My ongoing relationship with Vidyut Jammwal movies are a bittersweet one because I see his potential, I see his passion for storytelling, everyone acknowledges his physical prowess as an action star, but there seems to be always something missing, as if Vidyut is his own enemy. While Khuda Hafiz has to be probably his most impressive venture in years, I stepped into Crakk hoping for at least an exhilarating experience if not a cohesive screenplay. Directed by Aditya Dutt, Crakk focuses on Sidhu played by Vidyut Jammwal, who just like his brother has aspirations to be a part of a global phenomena called Maidan, a competition among the most physically agile and capable athletes across the world for a massive cash prize, executed by Dev played by Arjun Rampal. Sidhu's pursuit to win the tournament tying into his relationship with his brother and the illegal activities that may be going on as Maidan acts as a front for Dev and his limitless ambition acts as the basic premise of Crakk. Think of it as a combination of The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin, just that rather than convicts you've got athletes competing in this film and races that are designed like one of my favorite PC games, Unreal Tournament. Does Vidyut break his second half curse with this film? Let's jump right into it with the good and bad aspects of Crakk so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch it in theaters or not. The good. The intention and mad action sequences. I am in awe sometimes when I see Vidyut and what he is physically capable of, truly being our answer to the likes of Jackie Chan and Jet Li. What makes Vidyut different from the likes of Tiger Shroff is that there is a sense of repetition that is set in with what Tiger is capable of, whereas Vidyut seems to be incorporating new disciplines consistently with his film appearances. You've got everything from parkour, bike riding, roller skating and hand-to-hand combat in this film. This is presented from the first frame, as Vidyut, like Peter Parker, jumps and hangs around a moving train with ease. This is why I always consider my experiences watching a Vidyut Jammwal film bittersweet, because you are in absolute awe of his physical ability and nimbleness, but you just want the story to assist this brilliance, and so often, just like in this film, the script lets all of this effort go in vain that commences as something promising and then goes in so many directions without really having a cohesive structure. Of all the races that are presented, the one that really packs the punch is the first race, which straight up looks like an extension of the Mad Max world, as contestants chase flags placed on a truck in a vast landscape desert in go-karts. I realized very quickly that the supporting cast of foreign actors are basically proficient in stunts and not so much with their acting performances. Vidyut has a Tapori Amchi Mumbai accent in this film and it mostly sounds odd rather than natural. If there is one acting performance in this film which I can say that at least the actor was just having fun, it is Arjun Rampal as Dev, a ruthless businessman wanting his own empire. Other than his acting performance and Vidyut's physical ability, it really is a sore to the eyes and ears when you see the performances in this film. The underwhelming aspects. Cringe dialogues. There are several moments in this film that is immediately going to make you roll your eyes or cringe. This is the commercial palatability which is so unnecessary for a film that can just be a ruthless and stylized action film. We have evolved from the phase where actors like Johnny Lever would be placed for comedy, having really nothing to do with the screenplay of the film. But the movie is dispersed with such forced comedy that you wonder how Crakk could have been far superior if it just believed in the action doing all the talking. Jamie Lever plays one of the employees of Maidan and she has a forced running commentary throughout the film that just ruins the natural flow of storytelling. For each nationality, she gives an introduction to Sidhu with dialogues like "Vodka mein expert, he's from Russia. Wallah Habibi, he's from Egypt. Chili chicken, ni hao," while describing a girl from China. In one of the races involving dogs chasing the contestants, she says, "Ye dekhte to mujhe hi rabies ka injection lagana padega." A bomb is attached to some of the contestants and she says, "Bomb in pe lagaya hai aur fat meri rahi hai." It just doesn't help that even Vidyut is handed over some really cringy dialogues in sequences shared with Nora Fatehi. Speaking of which, poor supporting characters and lack of emotional depth. The film presents various nationalities, each capable stuntman in competition with one another on who is a worse actor. At least the focus of the film is not on the contestants, so they don't really become a sticking point of the film, but both Amy Jackson and Nora Fatehi leave absolutely no impact on you. Amy Jackson has the same dialogue delivery as Captain Andrew from Lagan, so much so that you just can't take her seriously. It's all "tum hamare joote ke niche rahega" vibes, And you burst out laughing through most of her dialogue delivery. There is an attempt by the makers to flesh out a romance between Vidyut and Nora, and it's the most half-ass attempt that I've seen. Nora plays an influencer who basically acts as a VJ hosting the live sessions, and Vidyut falls head over heels for her. Vidyut tells her, "Tujhe dekh ke andar wala jaag gaya," and noticing her shocked expression, he says, "Dil jaag gaya re, tune kya socha?" In a presumed attempt to be serious and emotional, Vidyut tells her he loves the color red. She asks him, "What do you like in red?" He references Chowpati ki lal bhaji and his mother slaps. Nora replies, "Kash meri bhi aayi hoti jo mujhe marti." I honestly burst out laughing. By the end of it, you don't really care about the relationships formed, and this is where the main problem arises. Confused on what it wants to be. Crakk is just confused on what it wants to be. Because if its sole focus was on an emotional story of brotherhood and fighting for revenge, it would have still been engaging. The brotherly bond showcased in the film is possibly the only aspect of the movie that really had some potential. But rather than diving deep on the same, Crakk wants to be a little bit of everything. It wants to be about romance, it wants to be about a broken relationship between a father and son, it wants to be a sports action film with exhilarating set pieces, but it also wants to disperse it with comedy. In the process of going to these several directions, Crakk takes the shape of a headless chicken, which is the case of most of Vidyut's movies in the second half, losing grip of themes that could have been explored much more and led to a film becoming a way more cohesive and entertaining film. One can only appreciate his physical prowess so much. I still root for him, but it's important for Vidyut to acknowledge that he needs to be more collaborative in this industry, rather than being the captain, passenger, and anchor of his own ship. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about Crakk. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.